Yeah, Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is, man. Man, we are back in full effect. Your man Wildcard Mar back off vacation. I know my tan is looking real nice and spiffy. Was out in that Florida hot ass sun. Oh Lord Jesus, it was hot out there. That Mickey Mouse finally got me. That motherfucker Mouse is a greedy motherfucker. That he's a pimp. I will die on this hill that motherfucking Mouse is a pimp. He's been pimping society for a long ass time because he's getting over with how much money he made in just that day I went and just what me and my family spent.
That's why he wears those gloves, to protect his hand for backhands.
Well, he don't want to touch all the germs of all the money he counting. That's why he wear the gloves. Mickey Mouse wear the gloves because he don't want the germs. He's a germaphobe. And he count his money, and he said, "Man, I don't want to touch these germs on all these dollar bills from all these funky ass motherfuckers."
Very, very ironic for a mouse to be a germaphobe,
right?
Just takes the glove off, just backhands you with it. Doesn't get the germs on your cheek on his hand, puts it right back on, tells you to get back to work.
Fucking wrote it. He got guap though. He got a lot of cheese, but no. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Back off of vacation. Man, feeling good, feeling great, feeling good, but I am not feeling as good and as great as my brother is because, like we said, yeah, it was either now or never, and they made it sure that it was now and not never. Handle business. Your 2025-2026 NBA champions, the New York Knicks. Yeah, I know you don't get tired of hearing that.
Oh no, I do not. Oh no. Then I talked about this at the beginning. It's NBA champion Randy Weber to you now. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole damn thing.
Damn thing. Before I let you pop your shit, and because I
will certainly pop.
Yes, I won't even put a time limit on you. What's happening with you, big dog? Look, man. As the series was ending up, and I was out in Florida, and that series finished up when I was on vacation. So did the Stanley Cup series. Shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes winning their second Stanley Cup championship. So shout out to them as well. But as much as I was not obviously creating content or doing podcasts the whole week while I was on vacation, but I was still watching a lot of sports because I was on vacation, so I had a lot of time to watch, actually more time than ever to actually watch the sports. So I'm just going to say this about the finals and about first of all, because what I'm going to say can be about it's almost more like the two things can be right at the same time. in what I'm about to say. Because I want to say, first of all, much respect and gratitude to the Knicks for winning the series. They handled the business. One quick question: Ronaldo or Messi? Look, Messi is the more technical guy, and he's a GOAT. That's for sure.
And he's got a cup too.
Yeah, he has a cup. I've always liked Ronaldo because I don't know. I kind of like the pretty boy. You know,
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know, just because Ronaldo is kind of, you know, both him and Messi made a lot of money. They made a lot of money. They made a lot of money. I don't know. Just Ronaldo is more like he's the Ferrari on the pitch, and Messi's kind of like he's the Alfa Romeo on the pitch. He still gives you luxury, but he's shifty though. Like, yeah.
I think that
it's easy to describe.
Yeah. I think that because of the goal record, if it hadn't been for Messi winning the World Cup, I would have said Ronaldo, but it's got to be Messi now. That's where I'm at. Like the resume is the strongest among anybody with Messi because of the cup in addition to everything else.
Yeah. No doubt. By the way, I've always been a big FIFA fan, at least watching the World Cup. So the fact that the World Cup is in my city and I can't get to a game, Randy, is because these ticket prices are so fucking egregious, bro.
Yeah.
I can't get into a damn World Cup game in my own city. The shit's 20 minutes away from me and I can't get in because the damn ticket prices is, and I'm talking about the nosebleeds, my bro. They're $500 going straight off the rip.
Yeah.
Like come on, bro. Like, come on now. Like,
nuts. It's just nuts. It would be nice if people could actually go to these events. You know, and it's everywhere. It's the MLB, NFL, NBA, all of it. Like FIFA. Like it would be nice if people could actually see the teams that you spend all this money on in the stadiums you spend all this money on. Goodness,
I can't even imagine. And I know we're getting off topic. We'll get to the next. We got time, folks.
Oh yes, we will.
I'm just like, if I'm doing, like, say you are from one of these fans and are actually coming from the countries that you're following, like coming all the way from Algeria or coming from Europe somewhere or Africa, and all of a sudden, you know, you're paying all this money, you paid to get the visa, you paid to get hotel, travel, lodging, food, and then you got to pony up that much kind of money just to get the damn to the event. Like, golly, man, you better have some good ass credit in this motherfucking World Cup, bro.
No, it's not. It's also not the economy for things to be this expensive, and on top of it, things are getting more expensive all over the place. This is the time to give people a break, and they're not going to do it because especially at MSG, if you had Spike Lee and Detective Benson and Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller and Anne Hathaway, and they're buying tickets, it's just like, well, you're selling tickets, right? Like, yeah, I can't go. I can't be sitting next to them. I can't be sitting next to Danhausen, but it'd be nice if I could. I think that'd be cool, but they don't seem to agree.
It's crazy. From Brazil, shout out Brazil in the house. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's happening. But back to the finals before we got sidetracked.
Yeah,
I gotta forgive us. And when I say two things can be read at the same time, first, give all kudos and credit to Mike Brown, the coaching staff, Jalen Brunson, Cat, the whole crew, the whole roster, even James Dolan, gotta give him some credit. All right, he finally hands off and got the hell out the damn way. All right, so
Leon Rose, moves.
See, some tigers can change their stripes. All right, but look, kudos to the Knicks, because up and down they did the necessary things, and you kind of saw it building last year, and I think we kind of talked about it last year when you're like, okay, they got something. they're headed in the right direction, and then everything comes full circle this year. So give them all the credit in the world. Very hard-nosed, tough team. Never quit, and I think that plays an part in how the finals went, because that's part of that is they didn't quit. Now the other coin of what I'm saying that I'm about to say right here is the Spurs showed their youth in this finals as well. They don't know how to close, and I think that's evident.
Mhm.
They don't know how to close, and that's and no disrespect to the Knicks and what they accomplished, but if we're being honest, if we're talking about a more well-rounded team of the Spurs that knows mentally how to close out games, this finals is over.
No. Time out. No, we are not taking credit away from the Knicks. No.
I'm not taking away credit.
No. Hold up.
It's two things can be right at the same time.
Hold up. Okay.
Spurs don't know how to close, and the Knicks know how to not quit. I'm saying two things are right at the same time.
Okay. So, and I'm forgive me for being a little defensive, a little jumpy, a little froggy.
Relax, y'all won, man.
You've seen how Knicks fans act when they win. It's so. Forgive me because all the media has done throughout this entire thing, since the regular season started, for years now, since the Knicks have been good, even up to now, have been trying to find ways to take credit away from the Knicks. I'm not saying you're doing that, but I am saying everyone has been doing that. And if you look at this whole thing, so throughout the regular season, I had said from the very beginning, regardless of the fact that I'm a Knicks fan, if you're just looking at the situation objectively, the Knicks should have been the favorite to come out of the East from the beginning.
Yes.
From the beginning, we'd already beaten a better version of the Celtics than the ones that existed this season. We had beaten the Pistons with basically the same roster they had. We added more depth. The Cavaliers, and we didn't know James Harden was going to join the team yet. The Cavaliers were the only other really serious team that I thought could have beaten us in the East. But once they added James Harden, that was a wrap. So we were obviously the best team in the East. We had gotten better, and there was no reason to doubt us. But everyone still did. And throughout this regular season, there were streaks where the Knicks didn't look like the Knicks. We were very hot and cold at times. I will totally admit that. However, we also had the most playoff experience of any team. We had the best playoff riser in the entire NBA on our team, who was a proven product in the NBA playoffs. And they turned it all together. Then we go into the first round. There were people who believed the Hawks were going to beat us. And I know that wasn't the majority. I know it wasn't. But there was a not unsubstantial group of people who were like, the Hawks have been the best team since the All-Star break or whatever. Like, you pointing to those stats, I think they're going to beat the Knicks. The Knicks dog walked them, dominated them.
And what superstar?
Yeah, exactly. Jalen Johnson, like, stop it. Like, Dyson Daniels.
CJ McCollum.
Yeah. No, he had those cute 2 games in game 2 and 3, but they were they got those 2 by a single point, and then they were dominated the other 4 games like through hilarious blowouts. Then we go against the Sixers. The Sixers had just beaten the Celtics, who, like I said, we beat a better version of previously.
Yes.
So, especially with Tatum going in game 7 and him coming off the injury to begin with, and not having guys like Drew Holiday and like Porzingis last year, this was not as good a team. The Sixers beating them, although surprising, should not have made them the favorites against us by any means. But people started to be like, oh, wow, the Sixers, now that Embiid is healthy, you got Embiid, you got Maxey, you got Paul George, you got Edgecombe. Like, this looks like a serious team. Then we swept them. And then they were like, Oh, the Sixers, that's not a real team. Like, immediate flip. Immediate flip. As soon as that just kept happening. The Cavaliers.
Right.
Everyone's just like, oh, the Cavaliers are a really good team. They just beat the 1 seed. This might be Harden coming around because although he had been bad throughout the playoffs for the most part, he had a couple of good games. Maybe Harden doesn't harden in the playoffs. And the Knicks swept them. And they were like, oh, the Cavaliers, that's not a real team. Like, it just kept happening. And then we go to the finals.
Yeah.
We go against the unanimous depoy, the team that just beat the previous NBA champions in a very competitive series against the player who had at that point been named the best player in the world by everybody. Despite having not proven that much yet, was the best player in the world. We gentlemen sweep them. And then there's like, oh, but they're all young. They're all unexperienced. Everyone wants to do it. The fact is, the Knicks just had, and this can be backed up with statistics, the greatest playoff run in NBA history. We had the best point differential of any team in playoff history. We did it in the most talented era, according to most people, and we did everything. You want 50 point blowouts? You got that. You want the greatest comeback in NBA playoff history? You got that. We did it against everybody. And look, I'll give the Hawks were not a good team. I will give everybody that. The Sixers were I think we should deserve credit for the Sixers because Embiid was healthy, but it's playoff Embiid.
It's solid team.
Yeah, it's a solid team. We were clearly the better team. Cavaliers were a serious team, and we swept them. The Spurs were people's overwhelming favorites, and we gentlemen swept them. This was not a Mickey Mouse ring.
Oh no, not even close.
And Brunson, OG, Cat turned it the fuck up, played the best basketball of his career, especially on defense.
He did.
Everyone, and Brunson, in Game 5 in the closeout game scored 45. He was almost half of the entire team's points. Brunson was setting records for the most 30, 35, 40 point playoff games of any player ever. It was a legit run. We won a legit title. And now I'm seeing people like Colin Cowherd say and make videos on why the Knicks won't run it back. Why Jalen Brunson's only the 9th best player in the NBA to build around. And it under Cooper Flagg, who hasn't done anything yet. Like, everyone has been trying so hard to hold on to their priors. And we've talked about it before. In sports, they do it all the time with their draft priors. They won't let it go. They will not let go of the fact that Jalen Brunson is not 7 foot with a 7 foot wingspan. They just won't let it go. And they're like, this can't be possible. At a certain point, the games have to matter. Mm-hmm. And if one guy is so much better than everyone else all the time, I don't care that theoretically he shouldn't be because he's smaller than them. He is beating them. You can see it with your eyes. He just smoked the best player in the world, according to many people at this point, who is an entire foot taller than him. A slight more than a foot taller than him.
Yeah.
He just put 45 points on the unanimous depoy. Like, what else does he have to do?
No. Look, so there's many a conversations that for me that kind of came out of this finals. One, let's start with the Jalen Brunson conversation. All right. Obviously, Becky Hammond came out there and said what she said. I don't think she needs to apologize because
no, she does.
Well, as a Knicks fan, I'm pretty sure you're going to say that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is hey, she felt what she was right at that point in time, and she wasn't wrong at that point in time. All I'm saying is that Jalen Brunson was special enough to prove her wrong, and he proved me wrong because I agreed with Becky. Because I've seen guys his size that have had some success, but more times than not, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to lead that championship or team to a championship. And yes, Steph Curry is the outlier. So a guy that size, he is the outlier. He also was put on a good situation, and 2 of those rings was with the best damn player in the world at that point in time. So we're not gonna like, if we're putting everything in the context, it's not like he did everything alone. However, he is the spark plug that changed the culture.
Yeah, and the greatest shooter ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
he's absolutely an outlier. However,
yes,
there is one other outlier that she didn't mention, and that's Isaiah Thomas.
We didn't. Well, Isaiah Thomas is also I think she did might have named Zeke one, at least the first time the initial comment came out. I don't correct me or quote me for sure.
In the clip that got shared a lot, she only mentioned Steph. I'm sure she at some point had to address that. Because Isaiah Thomas was the first one to do it.
Yeah. And so my thing with the whole conversation about that small guys can never, I had no problems with the comments. I agree with them. I just think that Brunson has now made 2 consecutive Eastern Conference Finals. He has now won a championship. Now he has multiple instances or occasions or the evidence that he's a clutch player. So I think it's starting to fair that he's trending towards an outlier. So
yes. And it's fine to call him an outlier, and it's fine. The problem is he's always been a winner. It's the same thing. So, like, because he won in Villanova too. Yeah. He was a star there, and he got drafted in the 2nd round only because of his height. And I'm not saying that height doesn't matter in basketball. That would be absurd.
Yes.
I get all of that.
Of course.
But if you watch a player, I care more about what I have evidence for than what theoretically could happen. And I say that because, like we were just talking about with drafting, very often, people will ignore what they're actively seeing and being like, but there's no way this is real, and will choose someone who has no evidence of them being that guy because of the measurables only.
Yes.
And that is a thing that analysts do all the time. And that is why it's very hard for them to let go of those priors. Jalen Brunson was a winner even in college. Yes, and then he has been a winner at basically every point. He was really good with the Mavericks. And yes, it was on a small sample size because he was a backup point guard for Luka. But the reason why he was sought after was because the Knicks saw how good he was and the fact that his minutes were being limited beyond what he should have been doing. Like, you could see bench players and you could see what they could be doing if they had more minutes. And the Knicks did see that.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. It's because me and you have had that conversation before. And I think this was probably the time that I didn't trust my eyes. And what I mean by that is I've seen what Brunson has done at Villanova. I saw, like you said, the sample size that he did at Dallas. And I still didn't trust myself because I didn't know that, like, come on. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it. I think what gave me the hesitant is because moving outside or from behind Luka, and now not only are you the leader, you're the guy, you're on the New York stage, and you're with a fan base that is starving for a championship. So I didn't know if he was going to be able to handle the everything else that comes with being a New York Knick. And you know what I'm talking about. I didn't know.
And that's all fair. That is all fair.
I needed the proof. All right. I just needed the proof.
And I'm fine with it at that stage. It was, I think, totally understandable for people to be skeptical when he originally went to New York.
Mm-hmm.
By last year's deep playoff run, even by the playoff run before that, I think it starts becoming less and less justified. The more evidence he had given you, the more ridiculous the denial became, because at that point he had proven to be a superstar.
That's fair.
I think that when you because you agreed with me at least going into this year that they were the best team in the East. You agreed that they were the favorites.
Oh, hey, we still got it on tape that we both agreed that it was now or never for the Knicks, and we both agreed that this was the year. They should be the favorites, and just how the landscape of the East was looking. And I didn't. So
yeah, and honestly, the only thing I'll even challenge on that, I think we're still going to be the best team in the East next year. I don't see why we wouldn't be, because Tatum's coming back. The roster is still worse than the one we beat.
Well,
so I think we're the best team in the East.
I think you're still the best team in the East, not just by default because you won the championship, but we're talking about actual roster building.
Yes.
I mean, you guys spent the money and you spent it on actually talented guys. So it's not like you don't have bums. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh. And this is what I said earlier when your owner finally got the hell out the way and actually let your GM do his job and spent the money, and he spent it on quality players. Let's really look at it. Mikal Bridges has always been a solid player. He's always been your I guess consistent is the best way to describe him. He's always been a consistent number 3 option on most teams that he's been on, with Phoenix or in Brooklyn.
And then in Brooklyn, he got a chance to be a number 1, and he was really good with them. There wasn't a lot of pressure.
It was Brooklyn.
We got to see him be a number 1, and he did very well with it.
He put up number 1 numbers.
Yeah,
he did. I get it. It's Brooklyn, but I'm not going to knock him for his situation. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yes.
Mikal Bridges, OG has always been a solid contributor on the teams that he's played for.
Best perimeter defender in the NBA at one point. Still playing at that level today. And then great movement shooter. Yeah.
Obviously, we're talking about Jalen Brunson for what he's doing, and I know I don't know if you guys in Knicks community are having this conversation or where you got Cat at, but I'm willing to say that he's for sure your number 2. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure. But
it sometimes alternates with OG, but I would say on paper, Cat is number 2.
Yes. Now, Cat did exactly what leading up to the finals, what me and you had talked about, is he had to hit the switch. He had to.
Yeah.
And I thought he did a fantastic job of hitting the switch, of being the aggressor, being the alpha, if we're being honest. Not saying that he overtook Wemby, but what I'm saying is he didn't back down for him, and he didn't.
Not at all. No, he played great defense against him. He was the stronger of the two, and it did show.
On the challenge. He took on the challenge, and I thought he did very well.
Yes.
We've seen others fold. We've seen others not even want to take on the challenge.
Yeah. Yes, right before Cat got a chance.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, if that could have been a shared MVP, I know it wasn't, and it shouldn't be, because Jalen Brunson deservedly earned it. But what I'm saying is that Cat did exactly what was necessary in that moment, to show that, hey, he does have it in him, he can tap into it, and he can do it when you absolutely need to have it, because he need to have it in that series. And I think he probably put some questions to bed on the mental part of his game. Can he deliver in the mental part, as in, hey, be the dog, be the more aggressor, take on the challenge? And I thought he did very well. Did he still have some of his bonehead fouls? He had some in there.
Yes, he did.
I mean, come on. He's still gonna beat him, but he limited them.
Yeah.
Yes. He did limit to them, and he did very well against an alien that is Wemby, and frustrated him at times. And I just think that's probably one part that needs to get a little bit more praise.
Absolutely. Cat deserves
did.
all the credit. He absolutely turned the narrative around that he was soft. He turned the narrative around that he couldn't be a core piece of a team that wins a title. He proved the narrative wrong that he was a bad defender. All of it is gone now. Like, genuinely. And like, I wanted to even get into this part of it because with everybody finding every reason to take credit away from the Knicks, take credit away from Brunson. Is it crazy to say that Brunson and Cat might be the best duo of any team in the NBA right now?
Right.
I don't think that's crazy. I don't know who would be, like, I guess Tatum and Brown, but like Tatum had the serious injury. Brown might not even be on the Celtics this coming season.
Man.
So I mean, who else? Like, it's a clear top 15-ish player in the NBA, and I think at least a top 5 player in the NBA. And I know that I know people won't be like, well, he's the best in the world like they usually do with the finals MVP. But he's, I think, unquestionably a top 5 player at least now. Like,
best duo. Could I challenge you with a 41-year-old LeBron and a 25-year-old Luka?
I think you said what the problem with that in the first part of that statement.
Yeah, but hold on, my man's still giving 25 easy.
He is. Okay. I think the top 5 players in the NBA, in no particular order now, should be, in most people's minds, SGA, Jokic, Wemby, Brunson, and oh man, I'm drawing a blank.
Giannis?
Yes, Giannis.
Okay, I was about to say, hold on now.
Yes, it's Giannis, and we have a lot to talk about with him. But
yeah,
all 5 of those guys, 4 of them have championships. 4 of them have finals MVPs and great playoff/finals performances. Wemby's the only one that doesn't, but he has a unanimous DPOY. I think that is a very fair top 5. I think that if it wasn't for Brunson's height, nobody would question that. But because of Brunson's height, they won't give him that. I think that, like, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at this point. He's proven that he can be the reason a team wins. And I think I think a lot of people divorce that kind of stuff and they focus more on like an abstract analysis of skill or just stats, or, you know, people have different like ways they get to like who the best players are. Isaiah Thomas was not like a flashy skills guy. He was not a flashy stats guy, but he contributed to historic winning. And I think that this is a very similar. I would say that Brunson is a more talented player than even Isaiah was. Certainly a better scorer, certainly a better shooter. I think it's, you know, I think there was a time at which Isaiah Thomas was the best player in the world. And even if he wasn't, like, in terms of all the things he could do, in terms of impacting basketball games, there were not many people who were better than him at that. So, I think that's a very legitimate top 5.
So is it fair to say that being like just a basketball player is almost just as important as any other attribute?
Yeah.
Because I mean, because going by your analogy right there, because it's fair to say that Isaiah Thomas, you know, in that point in time, probably wasn't the most skilled basketball player in the world, but what he did on the court as in a basketball player, as in encapsulating every last element of basketball, whether it's defense, assisting, passing, rebound, being a basketball player. There wasn't too many that was better than him.
Right.
Being a basketball player, and I think that's kind of comparing this. In if I'm getting it right, that's what I took it as is that's comparing the same thing as Jalen Brunson, and just because there's no way I'm going to say skill set wise he's going to be better than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, we know what his skill set is. But what I'm saying is, if we're talking about encapsulating what a basketball player is and throwing everything out the window, put the ball on the court. Let's play basketball. Give you 4 dudes. Give me 4 dudes. I want to see what you can do with your 4 guys. But I know what I'm going to get with this guy, Jalen Brunson, with any of kind of iteration of 4 guys or rotation that you give him.
Yes.
He's going to give you a chance to win because that's what the kind of
player
he is.
He's at least a top 5 winner of basketball games, and that's the most important thing. If you put him in front of like a talent scout, are there people who I put under him who might like impress that scout more?
Absolutely.
Maybe, but who cares about that? Like that's not the point. Like regardless of where you rank him from like a pure talent perspective, I think he's the most valuable asset of any player in the NBA. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. Someone who's giving you historic playoff points per game numbers, who's giving you historic clutch play, who's still relatively young, who's willing to take massive pay cuts, great chemistry with the locker room, great leadership skills, plays through injuries all the time. He was supposed to be out in game 1, and he came back and won them that game and the series.
Yeah. No,
like,
that's fair.
Who's more, like, is Giannis more valuable than Brunson? Like, he might be able to do more things. He certainly can't shoot better than Brunson.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but like, is he more valuable? I don't know if that's true. Giannis is hurt all the time. He has a crazy expensive contract. He's older than Brunson. You know, like I think that Brunson might be more valuable than Giannis. I think he's certainly more valuable than any of the 35 plus guys, LeBron, Steph, and KD, just on that alone.
Yeah. Father Time's undefeated, baby.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I think that people have just tried to find reasons to be like, okay, but this doesn't count for some reason, and I'm tired of it. And I've come here with a soapbox. But like Brunson said at the parade, a lot of people have a lot of things to say, but when you prove them wrong, we got to say shit to him. And he doesn't, but I'll say it for him.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a shit ton of Knicks fans that'll be glad to take that fight on for him. I just, at the end of the day, he's done so much. He's given us enough to stop doubting, and I won't doubt the man ever again.
Would you agree with me and say he's the best American player in the NBA at this point? The only person who I'd even consider would be Ant, but I think that Brunson has now proven more than Ant.
Well, I will say that I think, and here's the thing, and I don't want to take nothing away from Ant. If Ant-Man has Jalen Brunson's maturity, I think we're having a different conversation about Ant-Man.
Sure, but he doesn't.
And that's that. I mean, yeah, that is part of this situation. We can't just look at a ball player's skills and act like that's the only attributes that matter, because there's a mental part of that matters. We just spoke about how the mental part was so important for Cat and what he needed to bring to this finals to help bring the trophy home. I can't dismiss Ant-Man's immaturity. I don't think everything he does is immature. Like, I know that a lot of people jumped on him about dapping the Spurs up with like 8 minutes left, and I didn't care because that's a whole different conversation for me. That whole sportsmanship conversation that's been going on with the NBA, that's a whole different conversation, and I'm not ready to have that one yet. So I won't jump on him for that. I just think just some of that, like the foolishness that he does with the tweeting and on the social media stuff, that's kind of like you gotta like kind of calm down on that mess.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I get you probably having fun and just being young and fun, but like they like because the position you're in, not everything's going to be looked as funny, especially when it's just typed out on a tweet or anything. They can't get your deliverance or your
Right.
meaning or how you are saying it. So when you just type it out, people can interpret how you meant it in any type of way in the context. And I wish he would realize that. So it's immature shit like that I'm kind of like kind of taper that shit down. And I'm like, and put a little bit more extra time in your game. And I'm like, okay, Ant-Man's for real. He's already for real. But it's small little details that I wish he would clean up that I'm like, all right, he got the whole package now.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And like, I like Ant a lot. I think that as far as American players, he has as diverse a skill set as anybody. An elite 3 level scorer, the high athleticism, a very good defender. Can do like basically anything you'd want a star guard to do. But he's had very similar help to Brunson. I mean, he literally had Brunson second at one point.
He did.
And he could not get the same things done as Brunson just got done. So
but I would
say Brunson has proven more than Ant has at this point. Certainly proven more than Cade. I would say he's proven more than either of the Celtics duo. Tatum was on a super team and he relied on all his teammates to win those games for him up until game 5. Brown has always been a second best player. Brunson has proven more than both of them, in my opinion. Who else?
Whew, man, that's a tough call, my man. Look, you put up a compelling case because at the end of the day, here's one thing that's going against American-born players in the NBA. A lot of our American-born superstars are getting old or are old.
Yeah,
they're phasing out. Like Steph, KD, Brian, they're phasing out. And you just threw out a nice little plethora of names. Obviously, Jalen, Ant-Man. A couple other guys that you had mentioned, Cade, some up and comers that, they're gonna be nice. They're gonna be nice as the young crop of NBA players that's going to take over the league. I don't know if they'll be on the same like hemisphere or stratosphere as like a Steph, KD, and LeBron, because we're talking about at least 3 guys that are culture changers, culture movers.
Two top 10 players ever, one top 20.
Yeah, we're talking about real, shift movers. So that's kind of hard to follow up. So that kind of goes against American-born players. Another one is too, a lot of these European stars are just as big and if not talented than what they are. We're talking about a Luka. We're talking about a Wemby. We're talking about a Giannis. We're talking about a SGA. We're talking about a Jokic. We're talking about guys that are they dogs. Like,
and a lot of these foreign leagues that they're developing in end up being better development chambers than colleges, even. Like Wemby learning to play in France, like on top of obviously just the freakish things that God gave him, like that the development in France helped a ton. Like that he was playing some really good ball against some really good developing players. Luka in Spain. A lot of these places are also really good at developing talent and having like real competition to lead to the NBA more so than ever before in the NBA's history.
And here's another factor that I just popped into my mind. You kind of see how the game in the NBA is kind of going to a more EuroLeague style of play. And so a lot of your European guys are already been playing that pretty much their whole lives. And like Luka, or like somebody that's been playing pro ball over in Europe before they even take their first sip of beer over here in America at 21, they're used to playing that style of Euro style of basketball. So a lot of the NBA has been adopted into the Euro style.
Yes.
And it's kind of crazy. It makes it this is so much easier for these guys. And
like Dirk, for instance, I think like if you translate, because good as Dirk was in his time, if you translated him to now, like he might have been even better. Like this whole system might have fit him even better.
If Dirk got drafted right now, was born right now, and we had what we got as Dirk and put him in this iteration of NBA and how the league goes in the draft class and all. Oh, they Luke could be mad as hell. He'd be like, hell, I thought I was supposed to be the one to get talked about. Nah,
yeah, no, for real, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, a lot of the European players are compared to someone like Dirk because really he did pave the way for that kind of style. Not even just being European, but the style. I mean, like you could see the prototype for a Jokic there. You can see the offensive first shooting / offensive hub big man. You could see that there.
Yeah. My last little take on the finals, and of course the Knicks get all the glory.
Yes,
I'm just going to spin this little bit on the Spurs. Obviously, they're young and talented. Obviously, they need to learn how to close, and that'll be on Johnson, their coach, too. And we got to remember he's a rookie coach, so he's young. He made some rookie mistakes because he's never been in those situations before, folks. So, being on the coaching staff and then being the guy in the lead chair to make the decisions in the NBA Finals are two totally separate occasions that come with a different set of pressures and can easily make some people flappable. And I get it. So I'm not going to harp on him too much, but he's going to learn from this, and he's going to have to spread that message to his team. But I think they already get it because they know that they let some games go. I'm not going to jump on De'Aaron Fox, but I'm not going to tell the people we told them so, but we kind of told them so, that De'Aaron Fox was the key or the X factor in this finals. I kind of left my man Wemby shaking a little bit, like kind of left him out there to dry a little bit. But I'm not going to go off in the deep end and be like most Spurs fans, like, get rid of him, trade him,
Yeah.
I just say that De'Aaron Fox just did not have a good moment in the finals. And hopefully if he's ever in that situation again, that I think we actually get a better De'Aaron Fox, because we've seen De'Aaron Fox play some good basketball.
Yeah.
I was just disappointed that he just couldn't consistently be a consistent number two for Wemby to take the pressure off and always have the veteran. He's the veteran on the team.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised at how bad he was throughout most of the playoffs. Like, he was very underwhelming for his normal standards, and I did not expect that at all. I was, when the first original trade for Fox happened, I thought it was like, oh shit, like the Spurs have really arrived here. I was really high on it. I'm not even saying that I'm not now. Several boneheaded plays in a row, and like you could argue that he's like very significantly responsible for letting the Knicks come back.
Mm-hmm.
I do, however, think, and this has been a very common theme, that Wemby has been able to use Fox as a human shield to take the blame away from himself. Let us not forget that Wemby also missed 2 free throws.
He did.
That would have,
put
despite being a normally great free throw shooter, that would have closed that game out. Everyone only talks about the layup.
Yeah.
So I mean, Wemby himself, and I don't think that he was bad throughout the series, but he choked. He also choked. He choked, and De'Aaron Fox made boneheaded plays. Multiple things happened at once, and I mean, for Wemby, also, Wemby has done throughout that final series a lot to his own reputation. I do think that the Spurs do have some issues. For instance, I do think they're a little too guard heavy outside of Wemby. I think that maybe moving someone and getting a forward in there, like a proper forward, might be better for their well-roundedness.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they end up doing with Fox. I don't necessarily think that he needs to be traded because of this, but he might.
Yeah. People get knee-jerk reactions all the time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like it's not like he's not normally a good basketball player. Like this is whatever happened here may not be something that gets replicated. We don't know. Like we got to figure out what happened here with him. But Wemby also did a huge number on his reputation individually. He
shouldn't open up his mouth. That's for
one. Yes, he absolutely shouldn't have. He was just embarrassingly immature, embarrassingly like a real sore loser, and we had seen signs of that
in your head.
Yeah, maybe wait until the game's over, bro.
Whoa, pimp! You gotta win. Like when you do shit like that, you have to win.
You have to. Like, remember, like last year with the Tyrese Halliburton doing this? Can you imagine if they had lost that game? That's what Wemby did.
You can't do that, pimp.
Yeah, no, you can't. But yeah, like throughout the whole thing, he'd been playing dirty throughout the entire thing. He was like the face of the NBA at one point after beating OKC, and he dashed that immediately. And we saw signs of it after the NBA Cup with him refusing to shake the Knicks' hands, saying that the Knicks don't play a sophisticated style of basketball, whatever the fuck that means. It's a very French thing to say. And then he goes into this playoffs. He plays dirty the entire time. He plays dirty throughout the whole playoffs. He with the elbow to Naz Reid before that, and then shoving Brunson's head, the multiple illegal closeouts he got away with, the straight up trying to like break OG's knee, where like thank God he missed. The I'm in your head shit, like all of it. And to be gentlemen swept after that. The only game you win in that is a game you were obviously favored by the refs dramatically, where they basically stole you that game. If the refs had been fair, they would have been swept. And that looks horrible when you're being as cocky as you are, even till the end. He just lost the NBA Finals, refuses to shake the Knicks' hands again, then gets in front of the mic. It talks about how he dominated them throughout the first halves. Well, guess what? There's two halves to NBA games. If you don't have more points than them by the end of the fourth quarter, the second half, you lost.
Hey, bro. Kenny Atkinson started this fucking trend of this fucking morale, fucking analytical victory bullshit. I don't know. You lost.
Yes. And you know that the meme where it's like the IQ arc where it's like the dumb guy and the smart guy have the same opinion, and then there's like the midwit with the weird out there opinion. That's kind of how I felt watching this, where it's like the dumb basic opinion is like the Knicks are better than the Spurs because they beat them, and then the smart guys like the Knicks are better than the Spurs because they beat them, and then Kenny Atkinson is the midwit where it's like, but the analytics say X. It's like, there's 4 quarters of a basketball game. You lost. Not only did you lose 4 out of 5 times in the series, but you also lost 2 out of 3 times in the regular season. You're just not as good as the Knicks. The Knicks were a better team than you. Like with that much of a sample size, flukes happen not that many times. You just were worse. A guy more than a foot shorter than you put 45 on you. You're supposed to be one of the best defensive players ever.
It's crazy, man, because like not only that, we look at the situation of Giannis, and we talked about it. Well, we've been talking about it for damn near a whole year about where he's going to be headed, where he's going to go.
Yep.
he finally gets moved. Last night it was probably about I can't remember what time it was. Probably about like my time is probably about like 10:30, 10 o'clock my time, somewhere around there. And I saw the news drop, and I'm like, oh, well, here goes Giannis. And now the Heat obviously have always been in contention to get him. I actually don't hate the move of getting Giannis. Obviously, Norman Powell, they still got him on the outside to kind of be like their point / shooting guard, I guess. I guess I'm kind of confused on the construction of where's Bam and Giannis. Where's the space in that? Because they're both forwards. I know Bam does primarily can play center, but he's not a center. Because he's damn sure he's not even 7 foot, so he's not a center. I'm just kind of confused. I'm like, you got 2 talented forwards, you got a solid guard, and I'm not sure what else you got.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thought. So
okay, I thought I'm not tripping it, man.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
No, you're not tripping. So because this was why I didn't want the Knicks to trade for Giannis, and now the Knicks have, even before the trade, a much better roster than the Heat have. But I do think that the problem with bringing in someone like Giannis, unless you really have the team around him, is you're gutting your team. And if you like, are the Heat necessarily in a better position than the Bucks were with Giannis? I don't know if I don't know, really. Like, first of all, I'm thrilled that the Celtics didn't get him. And the reason why is because the Celtics actually would have been a good destination for him. If you trade Jaylen Brown to the Bucks with whoever else was in that package, it was a bunch of young players, Jaylen Brown, and then some picks, and then they were going to get Giannis. It was I don't know off the top of my head who, but you add Giannis next to Jason Tatum and Derek White, with the even a gutted depth, but a decent amount of depth, you could have a team that could compete in the East pretty easily. It made sense for the Celtics to trade for him. Now, I'm not sure why the Bucks chose the Heat's package over the Celtics package. I think Jaylen Brown alone may have made that a more appealing one, not because you're trying to keep him to build around him, because that would have been stupid, but because you could trade him again and get even more firsts, get even more young players, do a real full rebuild. But they decided that the Heat's possibility was better. I think that's fine. Maybe you're splitting hairs there. Tyler Hero is a solid young player. He's a good young player, like all-star caliber. You might move him to get more picks or more young players. Khalil Ware and Jaquez, good young developmental prospects, and then you have like a ton of firsts. It's not a bad haul. Maybe I would have preferred the Celtics haul, but it's a fine haul for Giannis, I guess.
I think the money was part of it. That Tyler Hero money compared to Jaylen Brown money. Yeah,
potentially. Obviously, still moving either of their contracts was still possible, but you never know what you're. You never know what the market will look like once you actually have them. You don't want to be stuck with anything. I get it.
Yeah. I don't know.
My issue on the Heat's end is, like you just said, you have Bam Adebayo, you have Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have Norman Powell back on the roster yet. You still have to pay him.
Yeah.
You have to make sure he doesn't go anywhere, and you better pray he doesn't go anywhere, because he is your spacing right now.
But he's also going to have your market. Norman Powell's going to have a market because he showed that his I guess not welcome to the NBA, but showing that he can be more than just I guess a six man or a reserve, that he can actually play some ball. He's proved that now, and he's been putting up solid numbers.
Yeah, no, he had 20. He was an all-star. He was over 20 points per game. He was like 40% from three. So he's basically carrying your shooting. Andrew Wiggins can shoot okay, but like this isn't a good team. It's a team with a really good player, but is not a great team. And if you're going to make a move for Giannis, you better put him on a roster that can compete, because otherwise, why? You've now gutted your whole future. They don't even have the assets if they wanted to make some more splash moves to build around him. You're missing 4 firsts and a second. You got rid of all your young players. The person who was the best player on your team offensively before, he's gone now. I mean, he didn't score 83, so maybe he's not the best offensive player. But your best shooter previously he's gone now. I don't know what they plan on doing, and my issue with it is your best case scenario, because they're definitely not better than the Knicks. They're definitely not better than the Celtics. They're definitely not better than the Cavaliers. I'm very low on the Pistons relative to most people. I still don't think they're better than the Pistons, but I do think that their absolute ceiling, best case scenario, Giannis plays at an MVP caliber level. They bring back Powell. He puts up 41% from three and has another all-star season. Bam Adebayo has a depoy caliber season. Everyone stays healthy despite Giannis's track record. That scenario, their best case scenario is the 4 seed, maybe beating the 5th seed in the first round, getting crushed in the second round. And that, you gave up a lot for that to be your absolute ceiling. More realistically, they're somewhere between the 5th and the 7th seed.
That's where I was kind of going. I was like, man, you're being generous.
Yeah, that's like I'm saying, like that's like shoot for the stars is 4 seed. Yeah. You're more likely. I'm not sure they're a better team than the Hornets right now. I'm not sure that they really are. The Hornets have been on the rise. They have the best shooting trio in the NBA. Are the Heat now with Giannis better than the Charlotte Hornets? I think there's a real debate about that.
No. I think you bring up a point of having a debate about that, but my point is about a whole makeup of this team after the trade is before the trade. For conversation's sake, they were a 10th seed. All right. They were in the play-in tournament. Right. And when you are a 10th seed, and that was the roster that you had previously constructed, and then all of a sudden you make some couple of moves and you add Giannis to it. I'm not saying that Giannis isn't capable of turning a 10 seed into a better team, but I just think that because of how the team is now constructed with Giannis, and like you said, there's in my opinion, there's less shooting on this team. I mean, you got 2 big forwards.
Yeah.
And now who's your shooter? You're going to say, oh, is Norman Powell going to be the answer to all our shooting problems?
Right. That is a lot of responsibility to give to Norman Powell.
Yeah, a lot. And I'm not disrespecting Norman Powell, because I think he's done a great job of turning the narrative on his career and what people thought his career was. But I think that's a lot to ask of Norman Powell, who's just now at this point of his career of turning the narrative around that he's more than just a role player bench rider.
It's like now after 1 year of not being a bench player, now we expect you to carry the shooting for a championship team.
You're going to shoot
Make it happen.
Yeah, you're going to shoot above 50%, right? You're going to average at least 28, right? Because my thing is like, We
Like,
know
how did my job get harder with
got
Giannis
harder.
coming in? Like, that's how made my life easier.
you was supposed to bring we was supposed to bring you in to make my shit easier, fam. You make your shit hard for a G.
Yeah.
No, because like, and
Makes my
obviously, I know we're a little bit premature on the whole finalization of the roster. Obviously, there's some things to get finalized between the rest of free agency, and happens. We're June. There's a lot that's going to happen with this roster construction before they even tip off in October. So, but as of right now, I'm just kind of like, y'all got some things to y'all got to work some magic right here, Heat.
Yeah.
Gotta work some magic because you are so incomplete in my opinion.
They need a point guard that can shoot, like a real starting caliber point guard that can shoot. Davion Mitchell is not the guy to be the point guard of a championship team. So Kobe White potentially.
You need.
I think Colin Sexton. Like, there aren't really a lot of options. Harden is potentially an option, but again, for the same reason I thought it was bad for the Cavaliers to do it. Do not take the notorious playoff choker to help you win a chip.
I don't know. Okay. I do not understand how some of these people are still having value off a namesake. We gotta stop doing this.
Yes. What have you done for me lately?
We gotta stop with the namesake value. All right. And just look at what the real is. Yeah, you still give us flashes of what you are or what you were with the namesake. You give us flashes. But flashes doesn't mean a damn thing when in this point in time of your point in your career, flashes aren't going to be enough to help us get over the hump. It's just, flashes are just. I never understood why Cleveland thought that he was going to be the last piece. I don't know why they thought that. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I'm still perplexed that they made that move. I'm still confused on why they still are talking like they still want to have him part of the future. I don't understand none of this James Harden conversation. It makes zero sense to me, Randy.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I said it when it first happened. Who could have foreseen that the worst playoff dropper in NBA history would be a bad win now move? Who's also like 35 plus. Who could have foreseen that? So not him. I thought potentially of, and it's very out there, potential swing move.
Yeah.
The Suns aren't doing anything right now. The Suns are also in that play-in purgatory world. Yeah. And they do have a star guard on their team who can play very good point guard. The problem is you don't really have the contracts or assets to make that move on top of the move you just made, which is the kind of the whole problem with the move in general. If you could make that move, that'd be great. But
hey, Pat Riley had to call in a favor on this one, dog.
Yeah, it would need to be like a three-way trade. I don't know what a 4-team, whatever. But like, that's the problem. It's like, well, okay, do you want Devin Booker? What are you giving them? You're like, any point guard that would be a real splash play is basically out of your price range now. You could make a more moderate move like a Kobe White. But I don't know if the Hornets, I don't know what you'd give them for Kobe White. That wouldn't, like, your depth is already shot. From this. You don't have that many more players and picks to give now.
You ain't got shit to give. Not only that, so they definitely need a guard that can help with the flow of the offense. They also need a defender. In my opinion, they need a center, like a Jonas Valanciunas, just to eat up, fouls and rim protect and be just a big body in the paint, and let him be the person that goes against the Wemby. Let him be the person that
You mean like a backup center for Bam, or
Well,
you mean like the start?
no, I would actually.
I know you just said that Bam, you don't think of him as a center, so.
Well, they've also been using him as a defender, as a center. What I'm saying is, if you're going to have Giannis and Bam on the floor, and Bam has already shown that he can score, because you just can't put up 83 and say you can't score.
Mhm.
So my thing is now I want to maximize my offensive ability from Bam. And yes, I know Giannis is a good defender, but I would prefer that like a Jonas Valanciunas or somebody like that who can play center and be almost the number one primary defender when you go up against these bigger teams that's going to have the like the Joel Embiid's, the Jokic's, and the Wemby's. I don't want to waste the fouls or the effort on defensive side for Giannis and Bam on those guys, when I'll just have like a Jonas Valanciunas eat up that energy and eat up those fouls.
Okay.
And I know it sounds perplexed because it's only, he's there for specifically, superstars that are of the bigger body size. So I know it sounds crazy, but
right. Yeah, Giannis and Bam are both like depoy caliber defenders, but I get your point. Like,
yes, they are.
I get your point. Like, you don't want, like, if you lose Bam to fouls, then like what do you have left? I understand, like rotational center value.
In other words, one of these guys between Bam and Giannis has to go off. I can't have both of them being cold and both of them playing defense, and now they're both sluggish and they both can't shoot worth the shit and can't score. I need somebody scoring. You know what I'm saying? One of them two gotta be on at all times. So if they're both burning the candles at both ends, both playing great two-way play in basketball, which is admirable, which I'm a fan of two-way basketball players. I don't need both of y'all gassing out on the defensive end, and now I'm stuck with Norman Powell as my offensive threat.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Norman if you ever see this, because it's not disrespect.
Yes. No, it's just you need some help.
Help.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that this team really does need, and they don't really have a lot of ways to get it. So I appreciate the aggressiveness. I think he historically, since the Jimmy Butler years, have not been a very aggressive team. So I appreciate it, but it's like, okay, you got Giannis now. The entire point is to win a championship. Otherwise, you don't make this move. So you must think you have the means to win a championship with this team. This current roster, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out ways to add to it. You need more shooting. You need more rotational pieces, more depth. Absolutely. And yeah, the market isn't with free agents. I don't really know. Like, that really, the free agent market is what they're going to need to poach, because they do not have the means to trade for like almost anybody. Anybody that'd be worth it. So they're going to have to eat up free agent contracts. But another problem is Giannis is fucking expensive. So you need cheap free agents, but also good free agents. You need free agents that are going to outplay their contracts.
And a lot of them walking around the earth, bro.
Yeah, exactly. If that was an easy thing to find, every team would be in the finals.
There ain't a lot of just good free agents to help. Oh, let's plug and play. What are you doing on Friday? Oh, not a damn thing. No, that shit ain't happening, bro.
Right, exactly. Like, I know LeBron's a free agent. Is that you want to bring him back to Sound Beach?
Now, I will say this.
Certainly can't afford him and Giannis together.
No, I absolutely. To be honest, even me, I've never been a big LeBron fan, but I think the Lakers would be foolish not to bring him back if he wants to play. If he wants to play, bring him back. Because, like you said, what else is there? The big chip just got moved.
Yeah.
Other than that, you had to literally catch me on some surprise shit to say that you're going to have a better roster without LeBron James on it. I just don't see it. You would literally have to surprise me with a out of this box world type of trade, and I don't know what trade that would be to even make this comparable of a roster being better next year without LeBron on it. And unfortunately, LeBron has earned it. He's going to be expensive, minimum 50 mil.
Right. So you're not doing a move like that. That's the thing. You like it does need to be like a splash level play, because other than Giannis and Bam, your roster and Norman Powell, without those three guys and good coaching, the roster kind of sucks. Like, it needs to be a splash play. You need to have a championship caliber starting five or at least four. Oh,
yeah.
Like, so it needs to be a splash play. Splash plays are expensive.
Very. And with the new CBA and all these aprons, they've made it so damn difficult to build a dynasty in some sorts.
Yes.
Because just as soon as we thought we was going to have an OKC dynasty, that got pretty much turned from a dynasty to you'll probably contend for the next few years, but you're not a dynasty now.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you saw the trade that I had been playing around with, that I'd been showing around. I thought the Timberwolves would have been an interesting team to potentially take on Giannis, because they're a team that's already a contending team.
Mm-hmm.
They have really good young players. Like, they could have moved Naz Reid, maybe a Jaden McDaniels in exchange. They have Joan Berenger, who's like 19, perfect for a team that's rebuilding. You move some guys like that, you bring in Giannis, you've now become the best team in the West, potentially. Like, that's the kind of team that should be making moves like this. They have some firsts they can move. The Heat had more, but like, would you prefer McDaniels, Reed, Berenger, and like 2 firsts, or would you rather Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Yaquez, the guy with the very European name whose name I'm forgetting right now, and a bunch and more firsts? Is like, I don't know. I feel like I like the Wolves offer there a little bit better.
No doubt.
Maybe they throw Randall in for contract dumping, since they were looking to do that anyway, apparently.
Yeah.
So you get some of that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think that might have made more sense for Giannis, and maybe potentially the Bucks too. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the Heat. They have a whole off season to try things. I just don't know how they're going to be able to afford it.
Man, they really are about to be on some Houdini type shit, because they about to come up with some David Copperfield magical shit. They have to. Because what they got right now, you got Bam, you got Giannis, you got Norman Powell. That's just about it.
Yeah, like I said, like that next crop of Eastern teams, like the Pacers, the Magic, the Hornets, the Hawks, the Raptors. How many of those teams would the Heat look at and confidently say we're a better team than that team? It's like some of them maybe, but like it's certainly close, even with that crop of teams, with Halliburton coming back for the Pacers. I think the Heat could be better than all of those teams.
They could,
but that's kind of the problem. Is like, you just added Giannis. That shouldn't be a debate. It shouldn't be a debate if you're better than the Raptors when you just added Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey, man, and Giannis is 30, 31. Still got some prime years left ahead of him, and I don't. We'll see what the Heat can get from him. We'll see. Obviously, we got to see what they put around him. I just right now I'm just kind of like, that's cool, but you're still not better than the top 4 teams in the East. So I'm kind of like, okay.
Like I said, maybe for me, maybe the Pistons. I think that being better than the Pistons and being the 4th seed is the absolute best case scenario.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't even think that's necessarily likely, but that's like ceiling,
and
absolute ceiling,
that's
and that's only because I'm a notorious Pistons doubter with their current setup. If the Pistons add more shooting,
oh
that's not even attainable now.
no. If even some of the players that they got right now are developed into better shooters, then you got a problem with your hands. So,
Yes.
but yeah, as the trades are going to be coming, obviously Julius Randle, as you mentioned, got shipped again. It's so ironic that he can't stay on the team. He can stay on the team. He just gets moved pretty often.
And they moved him to go backwards in the draft. That's how much the Wolves wanted to get rid of him, because I mean he was horrible in the playoffs. I get it, which is something he's known for doing. And he did have a very expensive contract. So I understand it. I don't really understand why the Nets.
You can't.
I hate giving up players for nothing, even in a case like that. They did give a big extension to Nkongwu. Nkongwu. They gave a lot of money to him, so I'm assuming that's why. They're probably going to pay Naz Reid too, so I'm assuming that's why. I do hate just giving a player for nothing. I do also hate when you're a young rebuilding team taking a 30-something plus player in Julius Randle. Do you think you're going to move him for picks? I don't really understand it from their perspective either. Do you disagree with either of those?
I just don't understand how Julius Randle still has value. I'm just confused in all of this shit. Like, when I saw the move, the ticket that he got moved, I'm like, but then I'm like, oh, it's Brooklyn. Hey, yeah, that's NBA purgatory. It don't even matter at this point. Like, they should be at the Brooklyn. Yeah, that meant more that they wanted to get rid of you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It was for going backwards in the draft and a second, I believe. And yeah, like that's. Here's the thing: Randall's not a bad player. He's a good player. If you add him in the right circumstances, he can be a contributor. The playoff dropping is the biggest issue, but it's not like the Nets are looking at the playoffs.
So they won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so, they do have to worry about his age. So it's like that, and that's kind of the problem. It's the same problem with Harden. It's like you're too old to be on a rebuilding team, and you're too much of a playoff dropper to be on a contending team. So where do you go?
Somewhere that's going to sign your checks.
Yeah. You know, maybe he can be a veteran for the young guys in the Nets. Maybe that's what they're thinking genuinely. And then the Bulls get Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
Kind of. I like Nick Claxton. I'm not sure. As we're having this conversation, the NBA draft just ended. The Bulls did just get Caleb Wilson. Maybe they're hoping him, Giddey, and now Claxton can be a core they can start building from. I don't know. I feel like the Bulls are a team that should be just trying to get developing pieces. Claxton is, how old is Claxton?
He's like 27.
Okay, all right, then that does make sense then if that's the case. Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. I think that he's another good young developing player to add to the core. Very good rim protector. I think that's fine. Little steps forward, like they made last season. Little steps forward. I think that's fine. I actually thought that Nick Claxton might be a good move for the Lakers because they do need a center, notoriously. He could have been a fairly cheap one that you could have given maybe Vanderbilt and Laveria and like a first to the Nets bringing Claxton. I think you could have used him, but now he's on the Bulls. Was there any other moves? I feel like there was another one that we're forgetting.
Nah, those are pretty the big trades that had happened. Everything else has kind of been draft day trades for the most part.
Yeah. Did you catch the NBA draft? Or
I,
the first round of it?
I at least know for a fact that the Benz went number 1, and I saw Peterson that went number 2.
Yes.
Okay, so if Darren Peterson was kind of like an iffy, I play when I want when it matters kind of player in college at the one and done, man, what's the effort he's going to give in Utah?
Yeah, that's a good point, because they've done this twice now. Last year they took Ace Bailey when Ace Bailey made very clear he didn't want to be in Utah, and they were like, "We're taking you anyway. We don't give a shit." And now Peterson, with those issues, they've taken Peterson now. I mean, we'll see. Bailey actually looked pretty good last year. I believe, not like I watched a ton of Jazz games because it's the Jazz, but like you had Ace Bailey who apparently was good. You've now added Peterson, who looks like a potential all-star if he gives effort. Keyshawn George, who's nice. You just brought in Jaren Jackson Jr., which, I mean, given the timeline for everybody, I wasn't really sure why they would take Jaren Jackson Jr., although he's only 26.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, you're not trying to win now, but if you're trying to build a young core, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keyshawn George, Peterson, Bailey, it's not a bad core to kind of start trying to make something out of. As you have more picks, you're still going to be picking high for the next couple of years, probably. You can make something with this. So I don't know. I see the Jazz maybe getting out of the basement in a few years, with the core as they're developing.
And the crazy thing is, you can have 37-year-old Kevin Love be the vet still.
Yeah. Yes.
He was still in the league, bro. That is crazy.
Yes.
That is crazy. And the crazy thing, so I know I've been having jokes about the Utah Jazz.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Markkanen too. I totally forgot about Markkanen. Yeah. No, that's Walker Kessler, Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Darren Peterson, Keyshawn George, and Ace Bailey. That is not a bad core for a team that's picking 2 overall right now.
I know. I literally just caught myself as you were saying that. I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, wait, Lauri Markkanen? And then I saw Walker Kessler. I said, wait, Ace Bailey, Darren Peterson. I said, yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. I said,
these are all people whose names I've heard of before.
Yeah, they a little squad over here. Now is if the coach get this Will Hardy.
Yeah.
Will Hardy. I never heard of you. But it's up to you, sir, to get this collective unit facing all in the same direction, going in the same direction. Get it all on board.
Yes. This might be the from the basement to the play-in team even this coming season. Like the play-in is definitely attainable.
Based off of paper of the talent that they got on there, how could they not be a play-in tournament team? Yeah. From being there, look, when you are a bottom dweller, you were last in your conference. The only way is up. Why can't you? I mean, we're only talking about flipping 5 spots just to get into the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all we're talking about. So
yes.
And that roster on that paper looking kind of nice, and they're relatively young.
Yeah. So they only have up to go for sure.
Exactly.
So I didn't really understand the Jaren Jackson Jr. move at the time. I'm starting to see the vision. I see the vision a little more now. So I give them credit for that.
Hey, they over there trying to get people's attention over there in that Mormon land. They said, hey, we ain't just here and well known for our cute blue-eyed white girls. Right. We're trying to be well known for something else.
Yes.
We got bunnies over here. We got ballers too. Hey, that's what they trying to promote. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Come to Utah, bunnies and ballers.
Hey, bunnies and ballers come to Utah.
That's crazy.
Anything else you want to touch on, man? I kind of think we hit the majority of the NBA draft. Obviously, you know, I know I did notice that they are trying to split this up between day 1 and day 2, like they kind of do the NFL.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like not a lot of people are watching day 2. We will because we're you know, we're sports nerds, but like I don't see a lot of people tuning in for day 2.
Yeah.
Although some gems can end up into somehow.
He's got me a free steak dinner.
Yeah, hell yeah, Brody. Yeah, I mean, you know, some maybe the next Jalen Brunson somehow falls in, and then we will have wished that we watched it. So I mean, just like as a recap, so Cameron Boozer, we went. So AJ went to the Wizards, but who cares? It's the Wizards. Peterson went to the Jazz. Cameron Boozer went to the Grizzlies. Yeah. Caleb Wilson went to the Bulls. That was pretty much chalk. Mara, who I really liked, 7'3" center, elite rim defender, went to one of the many picks that OKC got after fleecing the Clippers, and it's not lost on me that OKC chose a 7'3" rim protecting center. It's not lost on me when Chet is potentially going to get shopped after Wemby made him piss himself, when Hartenstein's contract might not be sustainable. You bring in a 7'3" center specifically for his rim defense. Not lost on me. Very good move for them. He might end up being a difference maker against Wemby. I'm sure that's why he was chosen. Because they know they're going to be dealing with him for years. That's going to be the rivalry of the next handful of years. And they
what a crazy
very transparent choice there.
Oh no. Oh. Yo.
And I really like Mara. Like, I think he's going to be really good with them.
I keep forgetting my man's GMs in OKC.
Oh man.
Sam Presti.
Yes.
He's over here doing laps around the other NBA GMs.
For sure.
He's lapping them. He's over here. The fact that he just got Mara, and I'm glad that you brought it up because you know me. I've been ready to pack Chet's bags. And so I know he was happy to see that Giannis got traded and it was the Heat. So he's like, whoo, yeah, I'm staying in OKC. Not so fast. Don't you think you ain't going nowhere yet?
Uh-huh.
Because my thing is, what you have left on the roster in OKC and the other, compensations or capital that you have draft wise, and don't act like you untouchable, Chet. I think you might be onto something. This might be the beginning of the end for Mr. Holmgren. I don't know. There's a lot. I think there's
either him or Hartenstein. They're gonna have to figure that out. But they are now both more dispensable than they were before.
Absolutely.
If I were them, I would prefer to keep Hartenstein because Chet's contract, he's about to get a supermax. Yeah, and he just showed that he can't stop Wemby, and that's a huge problem. If it were me, I would try to keep Hartenstein and then get a haul for Chet for a team that I'm sure would be willing to give a good amount for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would try to do.
No, but I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Not only keep Hartenstein, but just because I agree with you, the value of Chet would bring you more return.
Mm-hmm. And Hartenstein did defend Wemby well when it was his turn.
He did, My only problem is it wasn't that he was scared to go against Wemby, and I'm talking about in chat. It's the fact that I saw guards going through his chest.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust none of you right now until you woke up, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And Holmgren was getting rolled over by guards.
And for someone who was, I think, it was a unanimous DPOY, but like someone who was second in DPOY considerations, that's embarrassing. That cannot happen.
Hey, it puts his legitimacy as a defensive player at question, because like, if you don't get me wrong, because I think he's a great off-ball defender, and I'm not trying to shit on Chad, but anybody can fucking play great defensive help, being the help guy off the, you're not the primary defender. Let me come over, swat. And he's damn 7 foot, damn, even 6'11" Bam can do that. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, is he was over there getting ran through by guards, didn't accept the challenge of going against other defensive player of the year, and you didn't want the challenge. You push up, all right?
Yep.
You pushed up, and I didn't. It as a sports fan, it makes me look at you a different way, because I'm like, oh, you ain't got no dog, bro.
Yeah. No, it's true. It looked really bad, and former Knicks legend Isaiah Hartenstein, who's supposed to be your backup, did the job you couldn't do. And like, Hartenstein's not going to shoot for you. He's going to do that. He's going to do that one floater he does very well, but it's this one scoring move. Chet can at least shoot a little bit, but like, if you will get more in return for Chet, and it's 2 playoffs in a row that he was bad. It just didn't matter last year because the OKC won anyway.
Well, no, because J-Dub was healthy.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. J-Dub was healthy. And
Wemby wasn't in the playoffs yet.
And Wemby wasn't in the playoffs. And we also got to remember, Chet was the one that was coming off an injury before the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And he used pretty much the first few rounds to get back into, kind of playing shape. And it was J-Dub that was pretty much there the whole playoffs. Now this year, it was J-Dub wasn't healthy at all. And he sporadically played, but he wasn't healthy. And Chet just never maturated as a actual number 2. He just, he regressed instead of progressed as a bona fide co-star, in my opinion. So he definitely, I looked at him as a 3 on OKC. Now he solidified to me that he's definitely their number 3. Because there's no way that you can ever overlap J-Dub when he weren't there, and you had all the opportunity to show your importance, and you choked.
Yeah, very badly. So yeah, Mara does say a lot about what they think that their needs are, and it was, I think, absolutely the correct decision. I'm surprised he fell that far. I expected somebody to take him before they did, but the fact that he got there and they took him, and now we'll see what they end up doing with their 2 centers.
It's 11 motherfuckers. I'm mad at y'all that y'all let them damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for real. And I thought like the Clippers might have even been willing to take him at 5. They gave up Zubac. He's in Indiana now. It would have made some sense for that reason, but so he's now the rich get richer.
That's crazy, man. But hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Always appreciate the conversation, sports talk every Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I.O.W Sports Network on all social media platforms. Panther on Acid Productions. If you need some audio needs, tap in with Randy on Instagram with Panther on Acid Productions right there. And of course, hey, y'all can catch me on the Twitter, JC Walker Mar, where I'll be dropping all the content that I'll be doing. And until the next time, man, Hey Randy, don't it feel good to be a champ, man? Don't it feel good? See now you see what all the hoopla was about when I would, just to, it's okay. You could talk with a little arrogance and
yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
We at the top guys doing top guy shit.
Hey, and on that note, hey, on some FTR shit, top guys out.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. We about to